You hear me? Reimer from Northern Illinois, Mister. That's Reimer Gary. Reimer from Northern Illinois. Make more sense. You guys keep it down. My wife just closed. I had to close the office door. You guys keep it down. My wife just closed. I had to close the office door. Lima Alpha Charlie. How's that better? How's the weather in Northern Illinois? You guys expecting rain? Oh, loud and clear. 10-4, Mr. David. That's trucker talk for I get you. Oh, I can't give you shit because you stopped by. What, you got work to do tonight yet? Huh? You guys ever get a chance to check out Timer Farms? He's got two little cuties that every now and then you see in his videos. And about the driest sense of humor you ever heard. He's pretty awesome like that. That's 6 watching. All right. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 3. Where's the rest of these? Make a comment. 7. Second, I'm gonna turn the fan on. Fat kid's getting hot. Oh, we can't. Hey, Canadian Welding Farmer, how you doing tonight? About 80 degrees Fahrenheit. I'd do some quick math on that one there, Reimer. About perfect amount of moisture for the spring. So you're getting some rain, and I take it, are you? Oh, timer's gone now. What's the weather like in southern Ontario there, Canadian welder? Darren? All I know is my big dog there, she was eating grass, so it means it's going to rain here. Well, it'll rain here tonight. It fit a bit this morning, so that was good. Yeah. How many inches did you get yesterday? Or centimeters or millimeters, I guess they go by. Freaking mosquitoes are up tonight, though. Holy hateful little buggers. Hey, David, you guys got bad mosquitoes down there? Hey, Brad. Timer's already gone to bed. I guess them little ones get them up early in the morning. Or Mama drug them to bed early, one of the two. Starting to cut alfalfa already. Right on. Frying sides. I used to live in a place in New Brunswick that had mosquitoes. They claimed were the largest in the world, and holy frig, they would carry away a small baby in its bottle. Yeah. Yeah, all soybean up here right now. Canola's just starting to go in the ground. The wheat and most of the barley's already in. From what I gather, just from the guys I'm talking to. Corn's all planted, beans are all in the ground. That's right on. Good to hear, Brad. Beans that guys I'm helping out right now planted last Saturday have split and are ready to come out of the ground. Your uncle an hour away got an inch, enough to shut him down from planting. Upper Canadians are soft. Just put another set of tires on. But an hour away, what did you guys get? Farming long time. God, your butt ugly. You betcha. Hey, Clark. How's growing? It even come up show or hide. I'll let that show. I don't care. I ain't shy. I am ugly. But I'm okay with it. Oh, the gauge isn't out yet. Why don't you get that gauge out? One landed at the air base and they put 50 gallons of gas on it before it flew. Oh, we are. Ryan Reynolds, he took most of my looks. We had to split him. He took them. I got the brains. One of these days I'll find out who you are, you dink. Well, if that's the case, I'll make sure I'll send all these your way, Brad. Trying to dry out a little bit. We got an inch. Rest of the week's all flu. So yeah, sprinkled here this morning. So it's supposed to rain again tonight and all day tomorrow. So that'll be good. 'Cause we need it. Like we do need it. We still got lots of moisture in the ground. Wow. Oh no, come on, Brad. There's always room for more. They're only little. Excuse me. Supper was good. So, Brad, what are you going to do now that you get all your beans and your corn in the ground? Cut hay? Hey, Clark, how's that irrigation going? You getting some good growth on that ground? Start spraying. Yeah. Right on. Oh, that's good. Oh, that's good. Yeah, business a horse a little like to know the phrase, so we avoid it if we can. Anybody drinking whiskey tonight? Hey, PA, how's it going, sir? Canada is wonderful, except for the mosquitoes, but we're sending them all to Wisconsin for Brad. Fires, it's funny because there's more standing water this spring than there has been in a very long time, and got fires already. There's a ban on the fires in the county. Hey, driver, how's it going? Time for a shower and a shave. Sounds good. Have a good night, Brad. Thanks for stopping by. Yeah. Oh, it's going. Keeping busy. We're doing a little sheep ranching here last. Oh, when was that? I guess maybe Sunday. Spent the afternoon helping a friend out. And yeah, I wrecked it. Went over and vaccinated some of his ewes, and it was the first time I ever really worked with the. Hey, Mark. Uh, yeah, first time I ever really worked with sheep. I'll get back to you in a second, Mark. And um, it was pretty fun actually. It's way easier getting hit by a lamb than it is a 300 or 400 pound calf. But brandings will start here right away, so we'll get out and do some of that. And yeah, Brad, we'll all wait for you patiently. Uh, hey, funny you should ask about that. Hey, we're down to our last like 10 bales, and they're our first Pacific Cup. I had another customer call me this morning and say that he had a moldy bale. So I went and I looked tonight, and sure as heck it was, and it wasn't his fault. It was mine. I stacked him too soon, so bale for him. And I'm gonna try and find him some other hay. He's reining horses, pretty fancy reining horses. So we'll get him some more hay. I've got some neighbors who'll help out and get some guys connected and get some hay in his yard for him, and we'll go from there. So that's the answer on the hay. We've been sold out now for a week, so that's been good. Got a question. I was trying to remember if it was you or DLH was the Canadian. Came back to me, though. I had a mind. Oh, Welder. With Welder in your name, you had a mind fart. That's okay. That's okay. That's understandable. I'm a fitter by dude, so babysit a lot of you guys. Got over an inch standing water. Yeah, that's a lot of rain. We're late this new hay there, so we'll be probably, I'd say, we're a good 5 weeks away. How's it looking? Looking decent, really is. We've had good spring moisture, so the hay crop will look good. Um, the dry cow guys up here aren't real fussy about us fertilizing heavily, so we kind of have to watch that, and so we just kind of pray for moisture and keep a good rotation going on our grasses so that we don't have to fertilize. So yeah, we're gonna thatch all the grass this week. There, we'll run the harrows over it and knock down some mole hills and try and keep the fillings in our teeth this June. Some of the fields are getting off at this time they got work, so we just haul yeah, it's one of them things where I try and, how much do we have to do this year? Oh, I recruit my cat last night to come and give us a hand here. We sorry, Mark. I'll go back to your question. Said, yeah, I'll try and be out by April though. I don't want like continuously got to grow, but at the same time as you don't want to have a lot of hay left in the yard. So we've been out since about the third week of April, but we could have probably used another 300 bales. We could have probably moved another 300 bales. So we're gonna have to chase down some more acres this spring, and I think I got some lined up, but we'll have to see. Yeah, trailer project's on hold right now. I've been sitting in a 2015 or 16, 18 Fent, picking rocks. It's not my tractor, it's not my ground, so I didn't take a video. I'll ask if they mind. So we'll see. And as far as how much do we got to do, there, Clark, more than one man can handle. I'll tell you that much. I thank God for my wife; she helps out lots. So, yeah, we're for around here we've a few acres to do. Been dry here for about 25 days. Still mowing. Fent, the Fent, did I like it? Yes and no. It's got teleborgs on it. Oh, Clark, man. Dude, I have a Puma first. Absolutely. Yeah, the Fent is nice. Don't get me wrong. I do not like. I shouldn't say it. It's not set up the same way that the case in the Ford I had last, or the New Holland tractor I had out last summer are. So I didn't shit around. If I did, it's probably as good a tractor. It's a way better tractor on though. It'll miles an hour, hands down, like fast, fast, fast. Hey, Will, just gonna go grab some whiskey. Um, yeah, it's fast. But I did like the way that I just like the total ergonomics of the Puma. Actually, no, that was a maximum I had last summer, wasn't it, or Puma? I can't remember. Anyway, I love that case tractor, the way it's set up, the way it feels around you. I find the Fendt is, it just doesn't feel the same as the American tractors do, or the North American tractors. Hey, Josh, let's get smashed. Yeah, do tomorrow that I cannot be smashed for, because once I start, I usually don't slow down for a day or so. It can't beat it. No, and the Fendt has a CVT in it. I don't know what it's called, and it's, yeah, it's wicked. They're all them CVT tractors are amazing. Yeah, they've got a 6140 there for them too, with the CVT in it. But I can't get over the size of that hood. It's almost like the damn thing's going uphill, and I'm not a big fan of that one. For the same size horsepower, that was had better ergonomics. Darren, you actually making videos now, like putting stuff up? Having an injector troubles with my the 140 Pro right now, so we're trying a few things to get that um, before it has to go to the shop. Yeah, exactly, exactly. And that's just it. At the end of the day, how you've been busy? Lost a deer. Oh no way! 55 bucks an hour when they put new tires on. This was an R series actually, Clark. These they buy nothing but the best. These guys, like, they spend a lot of time in them. It's an R series, and yeah, I was trying to move some trees to the side of the field, and they were, oh, it was wicked. You couldn't see nothing down by the loader. I'd hate to try and put a bucket on one of them if you ever took it off. Yeah, but really, uh, other friend just bought a new, and when they priced it out, the comparable deer was almost 50,000 in the difference. 60 bucks an hour for a tax rule. Holy shit! Are you any good? That's still under warranty though, isn't it? Well, down to 3 people watching now. Shit, that's no good. No, yeah, it's hard on the profit line. Oh, you're still there, Mark? Okay. Oh, we're up to 4. Mark just showed up again. Yeah, my phone. Sorry, guys. How come that video's all? Is that choppy to you guys too? Or is this just the way I'm seeing it? There we go. We're firing up again. Just brought that mother-in-law. She's trying to keep you fat. That's no good. She's gonna give you a heart attack or something. Damn your. Sorry, guys. I don't know. Is there a way I can fix that? Oh, it's buffer just on occasion. Let's turn the sound on here for a second. See what we can hear. No, I don't think it's on your end. It's same. I'm looking on my big screen here, and it's the same. $60 an hour. Geez, they down there pay guys to hand weld at $60 an hour here. See what happens if I hit the refresh. In-laws must like him, yeah. Oh, he's a lovable character. In-laws must like him, yeah. Oh, he's a lovable character. Yeah, I had a 6310 and it's I had a 6310 and it was too small for the Kubota baler. The baler actually pushed that tractor around. It was only two-wheel drive though, so yeah. You know the problem with pricing yourself so cheap, Darren, if you're any good at welding, is that people are going to think you're not. If you're what looks to be 25% below what the market's given, almost 50% below what the market's given, nobody's going to hire you because they think you do junk work. Sorry, man. I just might be a little bit too honest for you, but you should put your rates up, or you're not going to make any money. If the wife kicks you out, you can go stay with them. Yeah, that's good. Till she comes over, and then you got nowhere to go. Yeah. I get to talk to Mr. Illinois Sand Farmer on a daily basis, and he is funny. He's good. He's good. Yeah, it's just the way I find. Like, I mean, I used to take a lot of bids from a lot of contractors and stuff in my former life, and it never worked out. You always kind of shoot for the middle, right? So if the low guys are charging 60 and the high guys are charging 100, well, the 100 guys are automatically out. Well, then you're working for the wrong people, Darren. You're working for the wrong people. If they're squawking that $60 an hour is too much, tell them to go buy their own welding machine. It's no different than cutting hay or baling hay for somebody, or straw or wheat or green feed or whatever. If they don't like her, tell them to go buy their own, and then they'll squawk when they walk out of the dealership and give you a call and say, "Okay, I'll pay your price." Yeah, like when I was taking bids before, the bottom one out because they were trying to buy the work, and the top one out because they were just overpriced, and then you beat it out of the guys in the middle, right? What do we charge for custom as far as baling or what goes, Clark? Yeah, well, farmers are cheap because nobody wants to pay for food. Yeah, you do get what you pay for. Yeah, that's right. Yeah. Yeah, Clark, what are you asking as far as cutting goes? Cutting is always by the hour from us, and we're probably, and it just depends. We'll go take a look at the fields first. If I'm going to beat the guts out of myself, I'll charge more. It's hard. It's hard on equipment, and baling is all by the bale, and it's dependent, like so many variables around here with acreage owners and stuff like that. It can rise bale. It's still wet. There's lots of standing water, Jeff, but the ground's starting to dry out pretty good. Still got good ground moisture though. I think they were planting canola there this morning, and they were at about an inch, and they were still well within the moisture. It's the same thing I say about try. You get what you pay for. Yeah. Yeah. But yeah, we usually charge about $5 an acre. And our cutting rates are anywhere from $1.70 to 205 an hour. Just and then of course it's all based on how many acres there are too, right? Field conditions and acreage is usually what determines my baling uh, or how heavy the crop looks to be. And I'll start out at I have numbers that we have figured where our volumes need to be, and if they're there and we get there in a field that we weren't expecting, we'll hand on the savings to the customer. We don't mind. We got to be fair, right? We got guys that hire us to bale 2 or 3 thousand bales a year. They don't pay the same as the guy that wants 100 bales baled, right? So we started baling last week. Actually, last Wednesday I went and baled about 25 acres for a guy, but we got work lined up with them this summer, so we they'll get a pretty good deal on that. Clark, you do any custom work? Oh, you're not. Oh, well, you're not even in their league then. Sorry, Darren, but you got to compare apples to apples. If you don't even have a CWB in this country, you're not you're not you're not comparing apples to apples. You're just fixed, right? Really, all you can charge is what the mechanics charge because you're just fixing it with liquid. Mark, sorry, you're asking about dry hay. Yeah, that's for anywhere from 11.50 to um, $14 plus net wrap. Usually we charge about. We don't make any money on the net wrap, and we give our customer an option to go pick themselves. We usually buy it by the pallet, so we can usually get it a little bit cheaper than they can, and we actually buy a little bit better quality than what's on the shelf at the local farm stores. So, we're gonna actually this summer. Yeah, you know what? It's all about being fair. It's all about being fair. You don't like getting raked over the coals, nor do I. So why would you want to do that to anybody else, right? And I think we do good work. I mean, these guys we just bailed for here last week were very happy with it. Well, that's just it. That's just it, Clark. That's the chances you're taking, right? That's why you gotta charge what you charge. There's money made in it, but you got to keep your gear in top condition. You have to. You can't have stuff going down. If you do, you got to have backups, right? Like I mean, we got 2 balers, we got 2 rakes. Those are the important ones. If the cutter breaks down, well, there's what's the worst that can happen? The hay doesn't get made. It doesn't get cut. You're not really out that much. Well, Darren, my advice to you is get off the couch and go get your CWB. Yeah, that's right. That's right, Josh. No, somebody else get your cutting job. Actually, you know what? Well, there's not a lot of guys around here that will do it. Hey, why don't you call that kid that called you there, Will, and get him to come down with his cutter from Kansas and finish that up for you? I don't know if anybody else has seen Will's video from today, but oh my God, if somebody called me and asked me who for contacts around here, yeah, I don't know. Yeah, that's exactly what I was saying as I was watching your video. Will, I don't think I'll put that one up for everybody. Yeah, and you're right, Josh. Happy customers always do come back. Yeah, that's a good. Yeah, I know. I mean, if it was somebody, if that kid was somebody you could work with, um, oh, okay, driver, I get you now. If that kid was somebody you could work with and it was a symbiotic relationship where it was a little bit of give and take, I've got a guy who lives not that far away from me that's been very good to me. And when he calls and he has trouble, I go running. You know, but at the same breath, my rake blew apart. One rake blew apart last summer. I called him. He was there within an hour. So, I mean, you have to be give and take. If my cutter goes down and it needs to be done, I'll call him. I'll put money in his pocket because I know he'll do the same for me, right? So, you know, you gotta. Sometimes you gotta swallow it and bring somebody in and, to finish it. Yeah, when you hire on to do a job, your equipment has to run. It has to run, and that makes it tough. Hey, Will. Just give me a second here. I'll refresh the screen. Just keep hitting the refresh button if I black out on you. Or if you see something hit me in the back of the head, somebody call 911. Let's go back here and see. You definitely need to make sure your equipment's in good shape, and if you want to work, there's definitely is money in it. Our customers put up our. Well, that's just it, right? It makes a few payments. Well, mine makes almost all of my payments. I mean, hay sales are good, but they're not that great, right? Yeah, but they're Darren. That Chucky, he makes fun of farmers like they're all a bunch of idiots. But then, you know, I don't know. I have a hard time watching some of his videos. That's right, Mark. You gotta have that. You gotta have that. It goes both ways. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, he's probably out checking the markets or something there. Illinois sand farmer. I mean, he's got to watch the markets, right? Maybe he's got a host there. Yeah, Darren, you're uploading, Jeff. What does that mean? Anyway, getting back to poor old Chucky, he was making some pretty derogatory comments about farmers, yet he's trying to get into the haying business. I think he learned a lesson last that square fell apart on him fairly promptly. He could have had my baler. Better than unloading, yeah. Yeah. I got a spoiler alert for you there, Darren. Jeff's video is going to include tractors and field work. Just saying. How'd I know that? A little birdie told me in a willow tree. Oh, shit. So, what's everybody else been doing? Hey, Mark. most of your crops in the ground? We all know how long Jeff is because he's good about uploading videos on a pretty regular basis for us. See, send him some goats so he could play. You know what? I think Jeff would like to have some goats. I do. I think he misses having animals around the farm. I really do. Go back to planting when it stops raining, especially an open cab tractor that makes it a little damp, eh? How many's that? How many goats do you want, Jeff? Let's see if we can't start a campaign to buy Jeff some goats. We'll get a Jeff Raven GoFundMe goat page going. It's way cheaper than a lawnmower, Jeff. You wouldn't have to do any lawn mowing. Yeah, he got soaked on Saturday. I can remember being a kid on a rake and everybody screaming to get going in the morning. Yeah. And that's just it. Yeah. That's just it, David. You need to be able to sell it. And I'm not always the nicest of person, but I like helping people find good hay. 2 inches on Friday. Shut up. That's a lot of rain. You got some pretty clay soil around there too. Is that going to sit there for a while on your mark? Yeah, David, you got to sell it. If you're butting them, sell it, right? Yeah, David, you should buy it and rebale it and flip it for a pretty penny. You buy it at about 2.5 cents a pound and flip it. You'd be doing good, buddy. And, like as long as it's decent. Oh, right on, good. Uh, I'm gonna assume you're saying irrigating. No, we're gonna pump a few fields down, and we'll spray the water out of that's some low spots. But no, we don't do any irrigating. There's only one. Well, the feedlot. Have you guys seen some of the videos at the feedlot that I did? JCB. They've got some irrigation wells up there, but you'd have to go down near 3/4 of the way down to Anderson Cattle Companies from here. To start the amount of irrigation. As far as irritating goes, I irritate my wife and kids. Oh shoot. That's a good way to get the manure worked in, though. And then cows are punching holes in there. David, when are you putting the video out again, man? I like listening to your commentary. I really. Plus, I want to see how them hay sheds are coming. Now, I've been working fairly late hours lately, so if you do have a video up and I haven't seen it, I do apologize. We'll normally, hey, we'll normally start cutting here. Well, normally we'd start cutting about the third week of June, maybe the 4th. I like to get it as early as I can. I try and chase my fields out before the alfalfa gets to 10% bloom. We do like to sell hay to the dairy cow market first and foremost, and then it's still soft hay for horse folks. We're gonna start doing more. You boys hear me again? See me? You know what, Darren? I'm gonna tell you something. These horse people. That's Wes's half of every problem in a relationship is the one with the problem. So figure that one out, bud. So, David, are you impressed with the speed and the quality of them build that went up? Yeah, dude, We're not that far apart, buddy. I could probably make your place in about 14 hours if I was really pushing on it. Whereas I'm willing to bet that Clark's is the next to me. Oh, we're up to 9 folks. Right on. This is awesome. Thanks, guys. Yeah, I kind of figured you were. I'm about 8 hours to Great Falls. So where's how far to Great Falls are you, Clark? Yeah, that's a good crew to have hired on for sure. Then that's right on. So how long out of Vancouver are you then, do? So we're probably get to your place in about 9.5 hours. Hey, Brad's back. Oh, okay, so we'd be about 18 hours apart. It takes me about 12 hours to get to Vancouver if I drive. It's like 2 hour flight or something. Hey, Brad, you back? Darren's been waiting. How's that pusher axle going? Oh, the new hay trailer. The new hay trailer is where it's at. We've been too busy. We got it cleared out, and it's sitting out waiting for me to figure out what to do with it next. But we're gonna start haying right away. Well, now I'm helping the grain guys out, so once we're done there, maybe we'll look at it again. But then we got some hay gear to get ready. I've got a vibration in my cutter that I just got to get worked out, and a few things I got to do around the yard and clean up, and hopefully build a lean-to off the shop and stuff all the rebaling gear in there, and lots to do, lots to do. So the biggest thing was to get the door off and get it tucked away out of sight for now. It has a serial number. That's the most important thing. I'll bet you did, Will. I'll bet you did. Did it just pile up on you all at once, or was it progressive, that gearbox coming apart? So, sorry guys, about yours. I just keep off the low power thing. So it's working great. Find it hard on tires? Feel like my first hay bind. Which one was that? Is that Ford? Or sorry, not the Ford. Still have the Ford. I'm trying to remember the 49 or the 469. I really like the center swing in the Haybine. You are way more productive, but not near as productive as you can be in a self build, which will be the next major purchase in the next 7 to 25 years. Yeah, having a telehandler there makes a big difference. It's surprising how versatile machines are. Yeah, for sure. Take care there, driver. As always, thank you very much. Forward to seeing you next year. Rotary, uh, the disc mines work excellent. They level out every molehill, every go fill you can imagine. Throw rocks at everybody. They're wicked. But you can cut as fast as you. If you can sit in the seats, you can cut. So you have, for production wise, you have to have them, especially when you're one person. Really, my wife won't run it, so, and I don't blame her. That's it's a lot to watch. It's a lot to handle, right? So I mean that's fine. It does pretty fast. It doesn't drag on you too much. That's cool. Yeah, that's the next part of the operation that will get upgraded, like when we can afford to. So yeah, actually, I have to have a longer first. Maybe I'll try and sneak a stretch in on that flat deck. What do you guys think? That'd be a good idea or horrible? I always wondered if them pictures actually kind of slowed you down a little bit in the turns, dragging tires. Yeah, I think we got like 470 subs now, so that's pretty cool. You boys all suffer from broken fingers at the same time, or what? There we go. No, no grain. Possibly next year we'll try and grow little oats, but that's just for rotating purposes. We're getting into grain production by any means. Hey, Brad, like Darren's and off to your house. No, dude, we're not. I'm not interested in playing that game. They're just. It's just too expensive. I can't afford to get into it. We're not set up for it. We don't have storage. We don't have. There's no really not even any custom guys around here. Like I can rent my land out and get it turned over, broken up and turned over for a year. Guys will do that. Give them a break on the rent, of course, and a fairly strict contract that says they got to burn it off before they leave. And yeah, so I growing grain is not in our forte. All rocks. For whatever reason, I seen a rock come off of a set of tritums one day, and it was it was moving. I always worry about rocks coming off them when you're turning them axles up there, Clark. So do I was looking at that with you being a connoisseur of the beers. Why don't you try and pick up some of your land and grow hops or something like that for them local microbreweries that are around? Now I mean just thinking out loud, but I mean, you got your oats sold already. That's awesome. A lot of guys around here don't grow oats simply for the fact that it's too many bushels to handle for the. I mean, there's a profit margin in them, but you have to store them, and they just don't have the storage for it. See you, Mark. Holy shit! Hey, Ted, how you doing, man? Hey, Logan. Holy shit! Just getting started now. Yeah, that they all chase here is that malt barley. If you can get that malt barley, man, you are laughing. There is an absolute premium on it. No, it's good to see, Ted. Good to see you're alive. I seen you got your feet wet the other day, and I know what that's like, so I didn't say anything. Just in time for bed. No, y'all ready or what? I'm just refreshing the screen there. It was starting to break up. Sorry. Yeah, it's just coming on 9 o'clock here, dude. It's 11 there. You and Nick out in the shop racing with chairs, or sorry, just reading there. I'm getting really tired, but I really wanted to get my last field done. Yeah, yeah. It's when it's inside. Being tired sucks. It just sucks. I get it, Josh. I know when I get in the field and you start bailing and you look at all them damn windrows and you're just thinking to myself, how long is this going to take? Oh, you got the tractor back together, Will? Oh, is that's down the road from your dad's, Logan? You gonna start ripping, Will, or what are you doing there? Yeah, but David, the difference there on your comment, shucks, guys, my son and I were shipped to race prep in Australia. The difference there is those guys wanted that race car. They were willing to pay that. They likely weren't farmers, but there is a couple of farmers around here that have high-end race cars. They were down in Phoenix 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago. The Mennonites around here with a lot of equipment, put them in sea cans and send them down to Mexico. You can usually get pretty decent dollar for some old stuff. It's pretty funny what they'll take. Case tractors, for instance, Magnum comes on the market, that they can justify, they'll take her apart and put her in a sea can and ship her on down. Well, shit. Well, if you need a hand, Brandon, yeah, I can make her there in a couple days. I think I made that drive before. Yeah, say yeah. I don't know if they're shipping them for parts or for the actual machine. What kind are they shipping? Do you know they are, Logan? Well, nowadays with a CNC machine, just about any, like, I mean, even my buddy Josh down here, just down the hill from me, has a CNC machine. We could build just about anything you want down there. You know, I mean, well, go buy one. Yeah, that's true. They say there's like 4 or 5 generations of farmers, right? There's the guys that buy the newest, the latest, and greatest, and then there's guys that buy their used stuff, and there's guys that buy that used stuff, and there's guys that buy stuff out of the pasture, right? It's all what you can afford to farm with, and you know, and that's just it too, right? They ain't afraid to. They ain't afraid. I've been sitting in that vent for 12, 13 hours a day for the last few days, and you know, there's just not lots of folks left around that for no money that'll sit in a tractor for that long unless they own a piece of the pie, right? You know, so yeah, yeah. So no, it's good. And I don't know why everybody's so quick to get rid of that old equipment. It's so work on, you know, most part it's reliable. The wear parts, you know what they are. Brad, it does hurt. I had to go to the doctor today. Speaking of which, the butt doctor. And yeah, and it does hurt sitting in there that long. I seen one of them actually on I-35. Whenever, hey, Clark, you still there? What or Will? What's the way that runs through Colorado? I seen one south of Denver on in December when I was down at Will's place. Yeah, it was the first one in person. I seen one on Facebook too. Guy built out of a case baler. Yeah, exactly, Brad. There's only so much your tailbone can take in a day, right? Yeah, yeah, that's right. And then vinyl seats. Oh, that's hard on the bum. That's on the bum. Our series are for boys. Is that what you said, Josh? Men reactors or blue ones? That's right, dude. That's right. I still got it built. I just picked this one up. This here little, it's got a little suction cup on it. It's probably just good for windows, eh? I haven't gotten around to building. I haven't gotten around to building a magnetic one like Jeff shows, but I will here shortly. I got a few extra clips and stuff laying around now. Hey, Jake. No, sorry. That's the Sony uh, Steady Shot action camera case, and then this is actually, I believe it's called JobX. It's just a jobber I picked up in. Yeah, that's where I'm at. Dude, just too busy to make videos, Brad. Yeah. Let me get caught up. Yeah, and most of them ones that are running are spoken for, eh, Clark? Jake, how's the Enhyders going? But Jake, this one here, it doesn't have the flip tab in it. It just has this here twist. Oh, sorry, I'll do it like this. I don't know. I've tried it on the window. It seemed to work all right. Let's ask Brad there. Oh, starting on the custom stuff tomorrow, so you're gonna start on the stuff that actually pays. Hey, that's good. That's good news. That's good news. Ooh, Semi, you should take the 9200. Except I don't shift that well just yet. Anyway, you should take some videos of that. That'd be cool. See, thanks for looking forward to your videos, man. That one that Jeff has just has that. You can just put that threaded rod in it, right? Yeah, we're about 5-6 weeks out right now, I think. So, dude, spring. They do a lot of them drags up in Quebec there, Logan. Oh, you're talking about one of them self-propelled balers? Oh, I used to work at a dairy farm that pushed the feed in the bunks. Called me. Freaking 3, 4 to 5 times a day you'd do that. Mark, how long since you graduated college? Or collage? See you, Brad. Hope your day goes well tomorrow. No, no, Jake. No, it was for Clark. Sorry, but no. Oh, let me guess. You went to ag school like I did and didn't finish? How much grass type hay to alfalfa do you have? We run about a 50-50 split. Yeah, about 50-50. Look forward to your videos, sir. See them buildings put up. That'll be cool. Better yet, see them full. Yeah, around about a 50-50 split on the acreage for straight grass hay versus hay that contains alfalfa and a few others. Try and stay right out of the clover and minimize the alfalfa content of our hay. Just broadens our market in the horse deal. And straight hay is good. We try and market hay to first um, for dry cows and close-up cows, and then that gives us versatility that we can still run through some of these pasture ponies that don't need the alfalfa, and then have some pretty serious working barn stables that the alfalfa, so we have something to cover everybody. I hear you, Clark. Yeah, it is taking off. I'm about. I should have been out last week with the harrows, thatching it up, but we're busy. Yeah, Jake, we do, and to be honest, we do, and we're growing all the time, and we're customers to the time, and our biggest thing is competing with the grain farmers for land. We can't afford to pay $100 an acre rent, and lots of folks don't understand that the share as far as how we pay, and they don't want to take the risk going into hay ground. They just don't see it as profitable. And I mean, I always try and sell it as the alternative to robbing every last nutrient out of the ground, and using all these chemicals to spray, and not that I have anything against it, but yeah. You got troubles with your baler there, too? Sorry, it's been a long day already. We got some pretty devout people that like how we do business, and are, they get to feel like they're part of it, and they are. And I got some guys that landowners that come out and ride around on the tractor with me for a little bit, or help haul hay, or yeah. So I mean, we do what we have to do to keep everybody happy, both the landowners and the customers. Like tonight, I'd have done this earlier, but we were out looking after a problem I had with one of my bales. So it is what it is. You have to stand behind your product, I guess. Not I guess, I know. Took a college crash course, and that was good. Yeah. What do you? What was the issue there, dude? Jake's fairly handy mechanic. Oh, I never had biscuits and gravy before. I sat down at Sour Cattle Company one morning and had them. That was awesome. Really awesome. I was shocked. I didn't even know what the heck it was going to be. I'm Canadian. It's not a Canadian thing. But it's slowly becoming a thing in our house. Except I got to make breakfast when we do it. And that's not everybody likes to see that happen. Anyway, dude, what's wrong with your baler? Is it making a decent bale or what? Oh, biscuits and gravy. Yeah, you know what, Ted? I'm like I said, I'm slowly trying to make a thing. I got horseshoes in my barn. I got horseshoes in my truck. Horseshoes go on a horse. Yes, I've heard of horseshoes. What are you talking about, Fanter? Is that some sort of Southern Illinois thing that nobody else is going to get either? Just be careful on this one. Yeah, them Baylors are great, but they're made to be rebuilt, and thankfully they are. They're not just throwaway parts. Yeah, biscuits and gravy. I like it. That might be a great idea. That might be a great idea. Thanks, Ted. Fair is West Central Illinois. Jeff, I'm. Whoa! Don't. You're all from Illinois. You're all from Illinois. Don't start with this east, west, north, south gangster stuff. Don't be flashing no WW white signs, for white tractors and all that crap now, Jake. Don't do it. Don't do it. Is it beef or is it pork, Josh? So it's like part poutine, part hamburger sandwich. It's only 8 o'clock. Dewey, you can still have a snack and not have to worry about upset bedtime. Oh, it's 8:20. Oh yeah, that's the answer. Straight from the bottle, eh? Timer time. Timer. Speaking of which, I'm going to show you guys something. I'm going to show you the crack of maple syrup. This jar is heavy to start with, and it's pure. It's maple butter, is what it is, and it's like crack. God, I'm scared to open because it sends me into a diabetic coma, and I don't have diabetes, but it is so good, so good. I better put this back before I connect it. 10:20, is that the new maple syrup time? Like 4:20 is or others? Maple bars, like as in the candy. Uh, it's this stuff's even fine than that, because that stuff, I don't. My buddy builds it, not Timer, but another guy out. He's into it for real. Like, I mean, for real. Like, he's cut his time down like 20% when we first. I was there the first time we opened the tap. What kind of a maplehead crackhead would I be if I didn't have more than one jar of that stuff, Jake? Come on. That was the first one I grabbed. Now we eat it. Oh, you don't eat it at night because you won't sleep. I swear to God. Anyway, Jake, thank you. Thank you. Oh, for the donuts? I don't know what that stuff is, if it's real or not. It's probably just maple flavored, like chemically. This stuff, it's at room temperature. It's thicker than peanut butter. It's almost like the consistency of Nutella. Now I'm getting hungry thinking about the maple bars. Those are good too. They really are. Anyway, guys, for quite some. I'll stop by. Do I got an extra jar here I can share with you? I don't mind. It lasts for us because it's so damn sweet. It's really, really, really good in tea. Really good in tea. Whew. And it's all natural, so it's cool. Anyway, guys, I'm gonna let you all go. Thanks very much, everybody, for hanging out. It's been fun, and I wish everybody the best of luck with your crops this year. Absolute best of luck, and be safe, please. Take care.